Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to say thank you for coming to my presentation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hanida Riani. I'm from Group 1. In this opportunity, I would like to present about vocabulary, video, and example question. Vocabulary. Number 1, algebra. Algebra, which means aljabar in Indonesian, is branch of mathematics that studies simplification and problem solving using symbol to replace contents and variable a, b, c in place of known numbers and x, w, z for unknown numbers. Example, 2x plus 3 equals to 1. We use add operation, so we have x plus 2 times x plus 4 equals to 0. Number 2, coefficient. Coefficient, which means coefficient in Indonesian, is a number of contains section of the variable usually written before the variable emblem. Example, x, then the coefficient of the x is x. Number 3, function. Function, which means factorisasi in Indonesian. The function in the mathematical term represent the mapping of each member of a set named as dominant or free variable to the other set named as polynomials or variables that can be represented symbolically. This greater than, which means lebih besar dari in Indonesian is symbolized by this. Greater than is usually used to designate a contrast between two or more, in which one number will be greater than the other. Example, x greater than 3. So, value x can 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to, which means lebih besar dari atau sama dengan in Indonesian. The symbol is by this. Greater than or equal to used to designate a larger number or the same as any other number functioning. Example, x greater than or equal to 3. So value x can 3, 4, 5, and so on. Less than, which mean kurang dari in Indonesian. The symbol is by this. Less than, usually used in comparison. One number is smaller or less than the other. Example, x less than 3, so value x can 2, 1, 0, and so on. Term, which means suku in Indonesian. Term are variable and their coefficient, including contents and algebraic from separate by addition or different operation. The first is an algebraic form that is not connected by the operation of sum or difference. This is example. Term 2 is an algebraic form that is connected by a sum or different operation. Factorization, which means factorisasi in Indonesian. Factorization is the process of breaking down a number into smaller numbers, which when multiplied together arrive at the original number. These numbers are broken down into factors or divisors. Example 12 can be broken down as 3 times 2 times 2, and these three numbers are called factors. Number 9, digit. Digit, which means angka in Indonesian. Digits are the single symbols used to represent numbers in math. The numerals such as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Example, 10 consists of two digits number when 1 and 0. The last number is number. Number, which means bilangan in Indonesian. Number is mathematical concept used in counting and measurement. Example, Natural numbers such as 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Whole numbers such as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Integers such as number infinity, uh, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and so on. Prime numbers such as 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 3, 10, 17, 19, and so on. Video complication equation. 3x plus 5 equals to 17. 7x minus 2 equals to minus 10. Uh, this illusion for number 2. 7x minus 2 equals to minus 10. The first y, the both sides are 8 by 2. So we have 7x equals to minus x. Then to obtain a single value x, we need to eliminate the coefficient by dividing both sides by 7. And the value x is minus x divided by 7. So the value of x that satisfies the equation 7x minus 2 equals to minus 10 is minus x per 7. Example 7. Allison and Russell were competing in a race. Allison had a 10 minutes head start and was running at 3 km per hour. Russell ran at 5 km per hour. In how many minutes did Russell catch up with Allison? Solution. Distance traveled by Allison equals to distance traveled by Russell. Note, the units of t must be hours, and we know 1 hour is 60 minutes. Allison ran 10 minutes more, which will be represented by t plus 1 per 6, since 10 minutes is 1/6 of an hour. T equals to Russell time, and t plus 1 per 6 is Allison's time. Using this time equals to rate times time, we have 3 times t plus 1 per 6 equals to 5t. 3t plus 1 per 2 equals to 5t. 1 per 2 equals to 2t. And we have value of t is 1 per hours, or t equals to 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, Russell can kick up with Allison. Example 8. If you can paint 5 rooms in 8 hours and Samantha can paint the rooms in 6 hours, how long will it take them to paint 7 rooms working together? Solution. Choose rate of work equals 5 per 8 rooms per hour. Samantha's rate of work equals to 1 per 2 room per hour. For example, let T equals to the time to complete the job together. And so, total number of rooms painted equals to rooms painted by Joe plus rooms painted by Samantha. From the way is, we have value T is 56 per 9 equals to 6 and 2 per 9 hours. So 6 and 2 per 9 hours of time it takes them to find 7 rooms working together. Example 9. It takes Susan 10 hours longer than Laurie to take their store inventory. If it takes 3 and 3 per 4 hours from them to do the job together, how long will it take Susan to do it alone? Solution. Represent Laura's time with t, so Susan's time will be represented by t plus 10. The number of jobs in this problem is considered to 1, and this job is done by Susan and Lauris. Therefore, Lauris' rate is 1 per t and Susan's rate is 1 per t plus 10. 3 and 3 per. 4 is value equals to 15 per 4. One job equals to amount done by Susan plus amount done by Laris. And simplification the fraction 4 per 15 equals to 1 per t plus 10 plus 1 per t. Multiplying both sides of the equation by the less common denominator, 50 times t plus 10, we get from the y this, we have value t equals to minus 7.5 or t equals to 5. Because it's physical time problem, so we reject the negative answer and we say t equals to 5 is lowest time. Therefore, Susan can complete the job in 15 hours working alone. Example 10. At the chocolate factory, John's job to experiment with mixing different amount of milk and chocolate to find different flavors. If he mixed 2 quarts of type A, which contains 15% chocolate, with 1 quart of type B, which contains 10% chocolate, he creates type G. What percent of type C is chocolate solution? Amount of chocolate in the type equals to percent of chocolate times amount of type. In type A, we have 0.15 times 2 equals to 0.3 quarts of chocolate. In type B, we have 0.10 times 1 equals to 1.0 quart of chocolate. Amount chocolate from type C, we know amount chocolate from type C is from chocolate type A plus chocolate type B and he create type C. So 0.3 plus 0.1 equals to 0.4. So the percent of chocolate type C is 0.4 per 3 equals to 13.33%. So percent of type C chocolate is 13.33%. Okay, thank you so much for your attention. See you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.